To the 12th of Saturday. No! The 12th of Saturday. Yes. Saturday, the 12th of the April in the year the 2025s. The boys would like to welcome you to the show. I'm your host, Phoenix Electra. It's Catterday. Actually, we have Freya Fruifers, Loki, and Little Man are all saying oh, Loki's been upset. Hey, don't be a shithead. Hey, get up. Look at these co-workers. These working conditions. Yeah. Can- All right, how's everybody doing? I know how the cats are doing. They wish that I would not prattle on while I wait for a few more folks to fill in the seats at the tent. But I can prattle for a little bit longer. Is the mic? Let's see here. Can we see the? Ooh, this might be. Okay, chores have been done. Tidying has happened. I put on my lipstick. And we are ready to continue the misadventures through the tome that is the Singer Instructions for Art Embroidery. Also, a nice example, in my humble opinion, of marketing and advertising while offering an educational tool, because the number of times they reference what you can just so easily pick up and purchase at your local Singer store is fabulous. You can get your machine, your sewing thread, and all sorts of this, that, and the other thing. Oh man, what'd you do to Loki? Loki's been terrified all week. The two of them must. Oh, can we? Cat behind me. I'm just getting like tailed in the back. But we're gonna work on Renaissance lace, or learn about it, work on it. I have a number of different stabilizers that I cut out because I keep thinking about the interchangeable medallions for the yoke of this shirtwaist. I think I'm afraid to construct the rest of the shirtwaist because I'm spending so much time on it. I am afraid I don't want it to feel ill-fitting or to be disappointed with it. So if I don't finish it, I don't have to worry about being disappointed. So do with that as you will. Alright, I have yammered on for almost 5 minutes. 3 minutes, wow, not even that long. But let's get the cats their snacks. They're waiting nicely. We'll do some warm-up stitches. We'll do a little of this, a little of that. And we'll go from there. Alright, Freya Fruifers. Loki! Where'd you go, my sweet boy? Come on. Good job. Move his hands up. Hey! Oh! Okay, brothers in food. Stop being shitheads to each other. Come on, Loki. He's gonna play soccer with his. Good job. Good job, Loki. Yeah, you like your food. Can we get up here? Oh, good work. Good work. Loki. Loki. Come on, big boy. Look. All right. Little man's learning his figure eights, so we're gonna have some more tricks for the boys. Come on. Ow, that was through my hand. Okay. You're so. Oh, you need your nails cut, sweetheart. You are getting stuck in my clothes and my skin. I would rather not that happen. No, jump up all the way. Okay. Fine. Oh, now Freya Frupas is going for her snacks. Okay. All right, biggin boys. You leave her alone. Okay, she's finally eating her little handful. Being surrounded by tears. Okay. I'm still. Oh, great. Camera's still working. OBS. For some reason, every time I go to start the show, get everything set up, and OBS just like freezes, and then I have to restart everything, and then everything works fine. I'm like, why the first time do you cause me troubles? I tried to get organized. So, after we've done some warm-ups, I have I think we showed this off last time. This flower will do as one of the center motifs. I have on this fabric are the yoke sketching so far, and of course that is very hard to see on camera. Let's tauten this a little bit more. Oh, holy bejesus. Somebody thinks they're going outside. Little man's been going through like the tears. I don't know whether it's all the new cats, kittens that are unhoused wandering around the hood or what. Something, but okay, unstick myself. So we have that for later, and then the selection of other interfacings just to do a comparison of how each one feels stitching. We probably won't get through all of these today unless I don't think I'm prepared to do a 12-hour stream, because first we got to get to 4 Phoenix. Just let's work on 4. Where's our warm-up materials? And I pulled a whole bunch of stuff to play with. This is for later. Phoenix, did you prepare? Actually, I tried to. Oh, I did. I like combined stuff together. All right, we'll just collect those things there. Where's our? Here we have hoops. All right, let's do something that's not. I love the sampler fabrics that we create with different techniques. Where do we want to start with? Well, since this is our on the menu also, we'll do some satin stitch on this fabric while we prattle on. Got all our bobbins wound. We have our nails and hands freshly did. Ah, love it. It's funny, I dislike this henna less this time than I did the first time I used it, so. But that could be a me problem. Alright, satin stitch. Alright, we're gonna sit up straight, smile. Figure out the right direction to drive in. This material, depending on where it's so terrible, the satin stitch on here. Oh, it's the same. Phoenix, slow down. So I'm getting a really nice effect, but it is the bobbin thread all showing through. Oh. Well, that's part of it. I'd ask what everybody's working on, but it's just me right now, so I'll just sit here quietly enjoying the sounds of the machine. And I'll check back at the chat shortly. What happens if we did 2 layers of this? Because I wonder if it does stitch better. I would rather know now than once the yoke is actually started. I'll just I know I've been slowly working my way through trying to do some tidying and just, do I need that? Do I need that? Slow work. And I've got in front of me, our project list for the year, and I'm like, is there anything I want to switch out? I guess we could talk more about that tomorrow when that doesn't look like we're turned around the wrong way. That should flow a little more smoothly, my friends. We were kinked around the spool, the bottom. Nope, the spool pin. Okay. Let's see how 2 layers. Do we need to be zoomed in? I am down. Next, just shut up it so. Oh. Alright, let's do our rotate. So you got this long pass, you might as well work with the feed dogs instead of against them. Yeah, so I just drew 2 straight lines and then we'll satin stitch our way back through them. What's up, Jude? You think she left you some snackies over there? Okay, my brain is like, let's do some Dvorak Hungarian dances. We've got trouble. So are our satin stitches. They are also trouble. Hey, come. And I wonder why the thread is off on the machine. Thank you for your assistance. Golden one. Chief Inspector. Chief Inspector Paws. Yeah, so I'm just warming up with some satin stitch as we generally do at the beginning of the Saturday show. Because I want to wait to make sure you can fill up the seats. Oh, hey, Kira, you got trouble. Yes, I do have trouble. Yes. Hello, Jess. I am doing well. How are you doing? I know I turned, yeah, there was, oh, and I'm trying, what am I doing to my machine? Here. It is all trouble all the time around here. But I think this Renaissance lace is going to be fun. I've got the giant tub of lace behind me. Ribbon, notions. so I can pull out some scraps to try this technique. It's nice and sunny. Someone brought me a bouquet the other day. I've got daffodils and lilacs. Mine are not blooming yet, but I keep huffing my face into the lilacs because I love the smell of lilac. So, I am well. My stitching, on the other hand, is horrible. Okay, can we... Ay. This is a disaster right now. I keep dreaming about costumes and how I want a pattern. In the stash is a burnt orange flower felty material. And in my head, I thought it would be super fun to make the rip away but snap up the side warm up track pants out of that with a little pullover that's got some shaping, kind of just a little nipped in halter shaped hoodie with tearaway snap pants, like from the 90s. Yeah. I just think that it would be fun to make. Am I going to dread sewing on all the snaps at the end? Because I kind of have... I should do that by hand because my success rate with the snapper and the punch-in with the cute little designs on the back snaps is not that good. But I have a lot of them, so I could... Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Well, we're not there yet. I'm so many projects deep. We have to finish our pinwire, finish the corded stays, finish... What else do I have to finish? I don't know. Oh! This tucked shirtwaist. Which I was saying earlier, I am just afraid that I'm so afraid of not liking it at the end after spending so many hours doing the tucking and the embroidery for the yoke. If I don't finish it, then I can't be disappointed with it. But then I'm like, Phoenix, it might be the best thing you've ever made. But I'm scared of it. I think that's why I stopped a year ago on that project, because for some reason it scares me. And I don't know, it seems so irrational. I'm like, what? It's a sewing project. It's not surgery. I think, as much as Allie said, don't bother doing a mock-up, I am, particularly for the sleeve portion. Oh, that's the other thing. I need to grab my sleeve piece so that I can alter it, because the shape from the reference image is way different than the sleeve I have. Then the next question is, do I want to do that tonight by myself, or do we want to fumble our way through that tomorrow? Live pattern fumbling. Alright, fine. You've convinced me. I'll save it till I'll get my stuff collected, and we'll do it tomorrow. I'll save you all me going through all the great pattern basket while I find the pieces that I won't need. I'm not even grumpy. The sun's out. Flowers are blooming. The Daphne's still blooming, which is super awesome because she has such a short bloom just like rhododendrons and lilacs. They just don't bloom long enough. Eye tension is so off. What the? Okay, I've slowed down. I keep moving. I need more attention. Let's see here. Kilroy, maybe it was made in electric so that at least it doesn't turn out you didn't spend as much time as you would on the treadle. Maybe. We could give the 101 some love. She needs some attention. I don't know. I don't know what's going to help that that feeling other than I think I just need to get it done. It's not that complicated. Those shirts were not, they were made to be slightly adjustable. I was thinking we'll have the center front opening. We'll fasten the edges with ribbon so that we can slip in the hooks and bars. We'll do a channel for the bottom so we can nip it in over our combinations, corset covered, the skirt. It's gonna be okay. I'm acting like I've never sewn a top before, but the details in the sleeves, that's one of the pieces that I didn't. Can I pull it up? Where? Whatever. Oh no, I know how to do this. Phoenix, do you know how to be a streamer? No. I want to go to the here place. The here. No. No, we are failing at streaming right now. Let's cancel this. Let's finish this. Wow, this is. It'll be fine. It'll give me an excuse to make a walking skirt to go with it. And then we can do our vest and all of our different things. So I don't know why. It's kind of like the same. I do all the underpinnings and then get to the stuff to wear over it, and I'm like, why? Oh well. Yep. Okay, we're just squeaking all over the place. Is my bobbin? That's alright. It's not that big of a deal. We'll get it. It's gonna be the best. I just need to reframe it in my head. I'm gonna love it so much that the problem is I'm gonna want a gajillion of them, which is why we have the interchangeable medallions so that it feels like we have a million different combination versions of the same shirt without taking that much space up in my cupboards, because cupboards have stuff. Okay. Alright, now we're stitching. I am trying to even rush on the treadle today. I know, sorry about Wednesday. I think something hit the surge protector, the power off button on it, but I was afraid that the house was gonna like erupt and something terrible was gonna happen, because afterwards Dove was like, you should have just started a new stream. And I was like, I could have done that. That would have been a reasonable solution, but I was scared. So next time. But also, the surge protector is not in same location. So as we're stitching giant pieces of fabric, it's not going to be touching the surge protector, which is probably also good for fire. What's not good for fire is all of the dead trees and dried debris outside. So that will have to be remediated. And unfortunately, some of it I can see, but I don't have any authority to manage said half of giant weeping willow tree. And it's quite easy to tell that it is barely clutching on to dear life. Is the rest of the tree's got leaves on it, and half of it does not. Usually said willow all comes together at once. Okay, that's crappy. Should we just get to today's reading? Consult the Tome of the Singer. Such cheeky advertising, that Mr. Singer. Oh, well, I will pull something. Oh, this one's all stained and funny looking. We don't need to make pretty ribbon flowers out of yucky looking ribbon. But we do need ribbon for the learning of the Renaissance lace. So let me grab the manual and there we go. Look at those beautiful strawberries. And what does it say here? This is an actual photographic reproduction of actual work done on a Singer family sewing machine without any special attachments. All you need, folks at home, is a spectacular Singer sewing machine in your parlor. But today, look at this Renaissance lace. There is little that need be said of this well-known and much-used lace, as we are all familiar with it trimming for napery, bedsets, curtains, and numberless other objects of household use. Prepare the machine with a number 110 thread and a number 0 needle, and have both tensions alike. Hello, little man. You gonna help me read? No, you're just gonna be trouble? Alright, you be trouble. And adjust to suit the material upon which the lace is to be made, which is generally organdie or fine linen. Well, we can pretend this is organdie. The accompanying illustration in this lesson shows a conventional wild rose pattern, and in order that you may the more easily understand the description, we show the beginning of the work in some of the roses while others are finished. So let's see here. Everything looks kind of done. I don't understand what's not finished. Alright, well, I guess we're not smart enough to figure that out. We will continue reading. Having selected the design that is to serve for the lace, stamp on the goods the outlines to be covered, and with the Battenberg braid only. Okay, I I learned something hold on, folks. Use number 0 needle and number 110 thread for sewing. Braid on the designs and for making stitches. For stitches, a B needle and number 400 petite moulin in bobbin, a number 300 petite moulin on top of the machine. Have a medium tension. Put the material firmly in the hoop, drawing it perfectly straight. Then proceed to sew on the braid over all the design that is in the hoop. To do this, sew the outside edge of the braid on first, making a fairly long stitch through the open edge of the braid and the fullness at the curves being taken in with the inside of the braid is being stitched. All right, let me pause for a second. Oh, killer. I love when the book says everybody knows about it, so we won't go into any more detail. There's so many things from ancient history that we know existed, but we don't know exactly what they were due to that. Yeah, they're like, oh, in the usual fashion. Well, enlighten us. The machination that my mind was just having was, so last week we read about the Battenberg rings, and I found out what those were. They are little. Phoenix, you could have been. All right, let me literally run to the other room. I will be right back. Get your projects. I don't have a sip of tea. Grab something to drink. I'll see you right back. What are you doing? Super duper. It felt great. Oh, killer! That's why I put the ounces when I write a recipe instead of going I can or 1 can or 1 package. Correct. So many recipes where I had to just guess how big the can or the package was and hope for the best. True. And sometimes it makes a big difference and sometimes it doesn't. So, Battenberg ring. It is simply a small, or it is a ring, a ring made from crochet. And then the Battenberg lace ribbon that they're talking about, if we can see, let me pull up the picture again. Oh, you might be the only person in the world who uses a biohazard bag for sewing. Yeah, I've had some other stuff, and I also sometimes keep my lunch in a biohazard bag too, because I can't. If you've got stuff just laying around, then sometimes you have extra. So, do I have a small length, or do I just have long ones? That doesn't matter. We can make more. Oh, I've got silver. So there's the different types of Battenberg cords. And you can use these, as we've learned from the sewing, but also they used to just use these and crochet in between to make the different motifs. So there's one. When I saw the picture of the rings, I was like, oh, I have those. Oh, let's see here. Killery reminds me of the novelty coolers that say human organ for transplant. Yes, those are spectacular novelties. We should make one of those too. And here's a slightly different shaped one. And fortunately, I must have been planning for this day ages ago, and have already crocheted some Battenberg ribbons. I was gonna say it feels bad using this whole length, which probably took a couple of hours to crochet, but I guess we can stitch it closed and or we'll just practice it. It's okay, Phoenix. You can make more. I like these little silvery ones. These are fun. Oh, Killeray, you don't know. I don't know how you made those. You got a headache in about 2 minutes. It. Yeah, I just do. It took me quite some time to feel ready for this, though. I mean, truth be told, I might have been this in my skill set or practice for like 40 years or something like that. The headache is when they use like the super fine crochet cottons that are basically and or that you can use sewing thread, and those hooks are so little. I have to be careful because they're fragile too, just being so skinny. So you pretend to follow the directions. Let me not draw on the machine and we'll draw a flower and we'll stitch it so that we have a design. Just, I guess this will be a big four-petaled something or other. You can add. Okay, so that's the first part is sketch motif, stitch down, braiding. And I guess we'll start in the center. I'm not changing my threads. Use what's on the machine here. Why? Let's do the center ring first. And then we'll do the other ones. And then we'll see what it can we see? Do I need to zoom you in a little bit more? Ah, now we can see a little bit better on the machine. And this isn't even the finest. Okay. I'm gonna. Oh, I guess if I was being super fine, I would have changed to white thread on the white ribbon, but who can be bothered with those things? Alright, so we're gonna try not to sew through our fingers. Well, actually, the gray kind of gives a nice little contrast, like a highlight to it. That's right, once it's tacked on, I only need one finger. I was also thinking of trying and oh, it looks like it's getting attached. All right. No, my brain was also thinking how on the Rumbles during the daytime, the weekdays, they've got their lineup of talk shows that just raids one to another. And it made me contemplate the notion that what if Rumble is not trying to be just a streaming platform, but I think I see that the desire to be more like a TV network where folks just roll in enclaves of streamers like the political people. What if there was like the workout channels that all rated each other at the end of the show? Or like the craft show. We go from sewing at the circus to somebody doing woodworking or leather work or whatever, and just like that old fashioned weekend PBS lineup, like that would be fun. Oh, let's see here. Killer talk shows that raid one into another. Great, you just reinvented CNN. Yeah, yes, that we don't necessarily need that, but yeah, I don't know. Doesn't matter. I feel there's definitely different contingencies of folks who are like, I love being rated, and others are like, I don't raid, I don't like to be rated, just leave me alone. I haven't made a firm decision yet. I'm raid neutral. But who knows? I don't know. I've got so much to. All my complaining, I'm trying to save that up for tomorrow. Right now, we're stitching down Battenberg lease. How funny that years ago I was like, I'm just going to make a whole length of this. I don't know. I don't have any end purpose in it yet. I don't know. I just did it like I'm doing these things just for the practice of having said, I did that. I'm trying, not very successfully, to just stitch through the center of the lace tape. Because back in the day, and I think even today, there's versions that you can buy of pre-made, but Phoenix's brain works. If I can make that, why would I want to buy it unless I get it at a stupidly good price? And this fell into. I can't find it for that. Hey, horror! Welcome, welcome! I am getting my game show fingers stitching already. Oh, I love this ink. I've got like half a face. How are you today? I brought some flowers. Hey, East Coast, do you need a flower kick? I'll just huff some lilacs for everyone. Oh man, I hope you've been swell. We are just having misadventures and subversive sewing, where we try to keep heritage crafts alive with heritage tools. Cause okay, it's been a while since I've been afraid that I was going to stitch through a finger, but sewing this lace down kind of makes me afraid I'm going to stitch through a finger. Oh, you had tons of those flowers in your background. I know, lilacs smell amazing. I have this recipe for candied lilac feathers Nope, that would be flowers. And I even know where to get the gum arabic, and I keep forgetting. And by the time I think I'm going to have all the ingredients, the lilacs are all gone. So, oh, lilac, I know. I remember when I was younger, where I lived, they used to have this thing called the Lilac Festival. And there was bands, and it was like a big festival. Oh, yes, like a big festival, the Lilac Festival. Ooh, you had the white and the purple. I love those, and the pink. There's not a. They all smell so good. There's not a bad lilac in my humblest opinion. But we do need to make sure we drive correctly, because holy bat balls. Oh, yep. There's our flower. Oh, this gray on the white with this. I'm glad I zoomed in the camera to the sewing machine table. I know. I don't. I misplaced my drawing pencil, so we can't huff pencils today. Pencil graphite, but we've got lilacs instead. I know these two small humans, one with a bouquet in each of their hands, with like the biggest, rosiest cheeked and grins on their faces. It was adorable. I was like, oh, it brought joy to my cold black heart. Yeah, so you can kind of just get a little bit and hold it, but you have to be really careful to hold the Battenberg lace tape down without while keeping your fingers away enough. Ugh. Oh, all right. It's been almost an hour. Maybe hopefully I've added some value. If folks don't mind like clickety clacketing some of those buttons down in the downstairs area, that would be just super awesome for my fragile artist ego. Hopefully we cut some of this out if we from the picture, but I'm just casually trying to follow the reference drawing that we made or I made earlier. Why, when I stream, do I want to talk about myself in the third person? I'm the only one sewing this right now. Okay. That's. Yeah, I'm trying to be slow because there's still something a little funny with the tension. Alright, we'll just move things around. Oh, you gave you the finger on my way in. Awesome. That was me. I've taken it upon myself to always know who the first person who downvotes me by downvoting my own show. As a reminder, partly to desensitize myself, because I'm like, at some point, there's going to be other downvotes, and I'm not going to know who those ones are. But I thought that I would just take it into my own little clickety clacketying fingers to know who my first downvote of every show is. So, yep. That's I can't complain and wonder who that human is. Thank you, horror. That's I know I'm so there's things that I'm not as bad at, and there's some things that we're still working on. Oh, I keep forgetting. I need to keep my left hand. I need it to do its job, but also to keep my fat fingers out of the way so the camera can actually show the stitching. There we go. I've just got one. Oh, that would help also. When I'm moving, make sure that your needle is holding the ribbon down. Got one more petal. And I'm trying to just be thoughtful that the ribbon, the lace is not crinkled. I want it to lay flat. I still have a goodly chunk left, so. Let's see how big this sampler of Doom ends up being. Oh, we're still in stitches. Alright, good. We're almost done, then we'll go back to the Tome of Despair and see what it says to do next. Oh, I know what I'm going to do next. Sit up straight and make sure that we remember to keep smiling. This is fun. And we're going to pivot. Look at that flower. This is how they do all those things. I guess it's just as well we use this for our sampler, because I think this might have had a mishap with the coffee. Because looks like there's a little coffee colored stain down there. It's fine. Right now, this practice tape is living its best life. And making the tape is kind of, it's just monotonous because it's just the same stitch over and over until you give this length, as long as you decide to make it. But yeah, when I saw the picture for coffee stains are the worst they can be. So it's just as well that we're using it for it. Hello, Allie! Mr. Singer is a happy fellow looking proudly from the great beyond. I think so, because we started reading about the Renaissance lace, and they were talking about the tape, and I was thinking I was just going to use ribbon until I realized that I'd already made some of the crocheted tape lace that they use. Oh, or you try to get all of my coffee stains inside my belly. Yes, that is very true. Thank you. Oh, Canada's repping hard in the chat currently. Go Canada. I guess I just have to be brave and cut this because it has to. Oh, you know what we can do also? Let's just stitch over this raw edge so it doesn't come. Oh, why did I put my presser foot down? Let me put a foot on there for a second. Yeah. Oh, and the. And I have Battenberg rings too. They're just little crocheted rings. I was like, I know how to make those. I've gone through some of the. I have the Priscilla lace book instructions printed out. Oh, let's see here. Killer says Mr. Singer is still disappointed that Phoenix is not made up in a ball gown. Fair. I did put my lipstick on. I did my skincare and put my lipstick. I put a lippy on. I'm not completely undone. Oh. This cross-platform chat feature is one of my favorite things. Let's see here. Oh, Allie, well, we Canadians were going to be the best, biggest state there is. Yes, go Canada. We're going to be, yeah, you are going to be bigger and better than Texas. And I'm excited to have all of the moose and caribou jerky that my tummy can fit into it. I think that was a good way to not have that unravel. I just stitched it closed. The bestest. Please bring down the cost of maple syrup. $20 for barely a liter is too much. I need more maple syrup for less money. Please. I need more maple syrup. And those little maple candies, the pressed ones that are like the little maple leaves. Oh my god, I ate breakfast, but thinking about those is making me hungry. I don't need sweetie treaties. Oh, I think I was supposed to be slightly more careful when we stitched around the edges. Oh well. Because this tape is nice because you can real. It's very flexible that the way you can pull in the centers, the inner curve of it. I'm not showing. Phoenix, make a bigger example that shows up on camera easier. It's just really flexible tape, which is super nice. Oh, Tim Hortons. Yes, I do miss me some Timmy Hose. Oh, you think non-Eastern provinces are all bigger than I think? You think out non-Eastern provinces are all bigger than Texas? No, okay. No, I know. I mean the islands, PEI and Nova Scotia. You guys have got some tiny provinces. I think all the. I think if I'm going to go out on a limb, I think it was the entire land mass of Canada is bigger than Tejas. Beaver tails in the parklands, and yes, way more maple syrup. Yes, those are the eastern ones, right? Yeah, no, those little ones are definitely not bigger than Texas. But if we go them included with all the bigger ones, we get there. But no, I get it. I know about those ones. I read Ella Montgomery. I read all of Anne of Green Gables. All of them. I had all the books. I watched the movies. I know about the islands. Me, an uncultured American. Oh, and now I just want to go to. I want a place on the coast where I can smell the Brackney sea air and know that there's water close by, even if it's salty and cold. So I think next we're supposed to like cut out these petals and then do some filler stitches. Should we see if that's what we're supposed to do? Let me make sure I remember how to do that. All right, let's see here. What? Okay, we've got our braiding attached. Adhered. Wow, Phoenix, stop trying to use big words because you can't talk today. Next, begin to cut away the cloth from inside of a petal. When putting in different stitches, make your foundation lines run with a warp of the material, and this will keep your design straight. When you begin to make the stitches, fasten the thread firmly to the inside edge of the braid by taking 2 or 3 small stitches, but do not put any unnecessary stitches in the edge of the braid, as it gives the work a clumsy appearance. In large spaces, cut only a part of the cloth away at a time to prevent the work from getting out of shape. Come on, Poophead. Use a Battenberg ring for the center of the rose. Oh! We could have done... If I'd just read all the instructions to the end. All right, maybe we'll do another one, and we'll have our Battenberg ring for the middle, like we were supposed to do. For the center of the roses, it is not necessary to iron the work, my favorite words, while making... Oh, that means you're supposed to iron it at the end. As each hoopful of the work is finished, the edges of the braid, etc., should be gone over with a firm close stitch, making a clean finish. The rest of the work, such as thickening the cord, making spider webs, diagonals, and knots, etc., should be done in accordance with the design selected. It is not believed that you will find the least difficulty in making these lace stitches. Although there are many of them, there is nothing that you do not already know or can copy. All right, Mr. Singer says we should copy other people's work. You will probably succeed in discovering new combinations suggested by your own good taste. Ugh. All right. Now so this, okay. So they've got the lace on these leaves, then we cut little sections away, do some type of stitch, and continue. So let's do some cutting away and stitching and stop sharing. Let's see here. And I need to get caught up in the chat. Oh, can you handle... I can't handle all the seagulls. There used to be... I remember when people were getting in trouble for accidentally trying to run over the seagulls in the parking lots. And it was so funny that yesterday I actually saw a seagull, and that always surprises me because I lived in places where there was always seagulls to... I see one like once a year unless I'm at the coast. Allie's clumsy in appearance. Me too. I'm very clumsy. Oh, Kilroy. Now we gotta have good taste. Yeah, I know. Our taste is always being trashed. Geez, Mr. Singers is so demanding. Oh, Allie. Oh, Mr. Singer's lace just got a scowl. Not reading the precious instructions can lead to wonky stitches, poor results, slovenly appearance, and downtrodden in class and stature in our community. Mr. Singer, no! All right, horror. 60% of Canadians live south of Seattle. Ah, that's funny. That's funny. And it's 15 times bigger than Texas. All right, so that would be the... Yep. Yeah, Allie, you guys are... You'll be the biggest state in the craziness. All right, so we didn't completely follow the instructions. If I'd read, we would have used our pre-made ring, but that's all right. I don't want Canada to become the 51st state. I want Canada to be great for being Canadian. I said it before and I'll say it again. Oh, Texas is much bigger than you thought. It's pretty darn big. That's the joke about everything being bigger in Texas. Because Alaska is also huge, but it's mostly that giant string in the Aleutian Islands. So I guess we're supposed to cut away a little section and do some filler stitches, if I understand correctly. So let me just trim away half of this flower. Now I see why folks like those curved snips. Oh, I use those sometimes. Never mind. It's most Canadians hate Trump. Yeah, there's a lot of folks everywhere who don't like Trump. This is where I'm just gonna hang out where I can just continue to be clown pilled, because everything's batshit disaster. Alright, so I'm gonna knock my microphone around. I cut out a little section. Oh, that was creepy. I'm just gonna point my finger through. Yeah, the Canadians I've met who live here where I do are kind of have some similar traits. Uh, just are like, okay, because everybody gets to be independent. All right, so we're supposed to slowly take 2 or 3 stitches. I'm trying because at the edge of the tape there's actually a little loop. Can I get a pin? Let me grab this one that's not attached so we can see better. So the edge of the tape. There's a little loop. So we could use that to like anchor all the stitches onto, or to pull it out like a little picot or something. I don't know. But what I did see, I thought folks were getting all riled up that like something horrible was supposed to happen today, and they were making big words. And now it seems to be like, oh, it's not today, it's the 19th. Like, folks just can't make up their mind, which is fine, but I thought I was gonna go into the city today, but also I realized there's a big parade and festival, and oh, we were. So, might go to the Goodwill to look for something later, but I'm not leaving the house too far. I'm just starting a little grid, and actually I'm going to use my nippers to try to get underneath the needle bar to just hold things down on this right side. Needed a tool, a small tool that was not my fingers. But if I'm going to do a box pattern, wouldn't I want to do the whole... I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Just stitching lines. Sort of. Oh, did you... Let's see here, Allie. What's supposed to happen on the 19th? I think they were supposed to like try to be rallying more protests like they did on the 5th. And then there was this message I was seeing going that folks were posting on Facebook like, oh no, Trump's going to do something horrible on the 12th. Get ready to mobilize and do all this stuff. And it was like, where did this where's your primary source? Like, what's going on? So then they didn't do that. And now I keep seeing like, oh, get ready for our next like big protest day on the 19th. I'm like, okay. If I don't know. So I'm just trying to avoid large gatherings and mostly do what I normally do. Because And it was funny, this one Canadian I met, they were talking about, like, getting something for self-defense. But then they were also, in the same breath, they're like, but I'm Canadian, so I'm so scared of guns. And then I was like, then maybe that's not the right tool for you. Like, I I couldn't wrap my head around it. Or this person, and another thing that was crazy. Somebody must have been filling out some government form or something where they ask all the demographic questions, and they were like, uh, "Well, two of these I just completely I don't understand the distinction between the difference of, like, what was your sex at conception versus sex at delivery?" I'm like, I don't know if those change in that time span, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's something I don't understand. And this person who might choose to, I don't know what they identify with as these days, was like, oh no, this looks like they're trying to track us for this big registry. And then my brain was like, no, I think that's pretty much the folks who were like, I'm not represented. Why don't you have your drop down list of demographics be 500 deep with all of the things I don't understand? Because folks weren't feeling it was like the reason that they have that as an option is because folks demanded it. It wasn't originally for tracking. Are they tracking now? I don't know. I never answer those questions because they don't need to know more than they need to know. Like, is this mandatory for XYZ? No. Okay. Who cares? I identify as the ring mistress of my circus. That's all there is to it. What else do you need to know, really? Okay, now that I've got part of the stitches done, I'm cutting away the rest of the flower because I can't do the opposite direction easily with this fabric in my way. You guys have got me complaining. It's not this. I try to pretend that I don't complain during the Saturday show. Yeah, I don't know. I I don't have the patience or the energy to worry my pretty little head trying to understand things sometimes, because I don't think I just don't think I'm smart enough to understand. And I can I can live with that. I'm just trying to keep everything really little and dainty. Oh, I could take my tin snips probably to trim the edge off of a hypodermic needle to have a more fine extruder. Okay. Oh, Killer A, you bet me that it wasn't somebody complaining who added all those questions. It's somebody who's not part of the minority demographic who wanted to feel good about themselves who added them. Yeah, I think, right. 'Cause it just, two sides of the same group, like, oh, I don't feel represented, so you need to include me, and then other members of that same group also, and being like, oh no, they want to track you because they're asking this question. Like, the irony of it, I just couldn't. Okay, but there's a lot I just don't understand. I just don't get things. And I think maybe a little bit that I'm starting to see some generational age differences show up, maybe. But it's a clown-pilled world out there. And all I know is I need to keep making ridiculous jokes because I don't know how else to manage it. Oh, Ellie, yes, they keep track of people that have guns with the registry. They always have, right? Oh, that's right. Because either it's getting more news or forcing your brain to go through puberty more than once might be problematic for some folks. I, yeah, I know, so much for what aren't we being tracked for? They're like, oh no, they're tracking us. Oh, but what? Oh, I didn't realize that all the new cars. Do they really make you try to get you to like log into your Apple and Google accounts and stuff? It's like I have come to a point where after a certain year, I am not in. Well, I'm not interested in a new car. The one I have works great. Let's see here. Allie says, no, they have been hiding all the clown pills. There's no fun anymore. This is true. Right? That is very true and a huge part of the problem. They don't know how to take jokes or to be funny. And it's not good for their mental health. They don't laugh enough. Maybe folks just need to be handed the prescription pad that says get more laughter. Yeah, Killer Eye, you only buy used cars. By the time I get my hands on one of those cars, people will have figured out all the workarounds. That, yeah. Oh, Ellie, all the new cars track you GPS, does that automatically. I do not consent to that much tracking. Mm-mm. I don't consent. Let me end this off so I can show off the lace in this flower here. Because I'm very simple, but I'm quite pleased with it, if I do say so myself. Oh, Ellie Ford, for instance, uses that info data sets on wear of engines and drivetrain. Okay, right. So I that is interesting data to gather for a whole host of non-nefarious reasons. What I thought I heard that Ford was getting in trouble with that they were trying to do was to have sensors on their car that monitors the speeds of the surrounding cars, which that as if there wasn't a too far already, in my humble opinion. That kind of is up there for me. I don't, but oh, it's my snips. Tried to stay off the floor. Yeah, I just gonna keep driving the one I have that works until I can't. That car payments, oh my god. But even the used cars, I was like casually for no good reason. Oh, okay, scrolling on the Craigslist. And the prices of used cars were the same as new cars 20 years ago. I was like, how? That last time I checked, that wasn't how depreciation worked, but what do I know? And the answer really is not very much. Alright, let me. Oh, that's super yucky in there. Oh, you know what I didn't do was my band stitch to clean up in there. Alright, let me start. Let me actually. Phoenix! What the F? Trim. Oh, I did a whoopsie. Let me just restitch this Battenberg lace section down because I might have stitched through the wrong thread. I know, Kilroy, the new car prices are so outrageous. I think they're pulling the used car market up. That, I would believe that. Because in my head, yeah, but what, is there anything, I'm asking because I really have no idea, is there anything on the market that isn't overpriced? Or is it, well, can you just drive the right direction? Speaking of driving, Phoenix cannot drive the sewing machine today. Oh, and yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I'm gonna just continue to shop my stash, make what I can, and used on secondhand. As I'm just gonna do what I've always done. I'm not. So, all right, another place for the nippers to get close into areas your fat fingers like mine can't get it. Hold the fabric with the nipper with the tweezers, the forceps, and then you can more easily get the little snips in there. Let's see here, Kilroy. The big three know they can make horrible decisions and get bailed out, so they have incentive to make cars people actually want. So now it's all stuff aimed at stubborn junior executives who want toys. Yeah, and they're not necessarily a group who I've heard is to be best with money and just wants ridiculous things to keep up with the Joneses. And Allie says, plus, Hillary, not everyone wants a touch screen glowing in their eyes while they're driving out of city limits. Yes. Or that I've heard that they beep at you if you're like a little bit over the speed limit or not in the lane all the way. No, I don't like where they're programming young humans to just accept things. Yes, I think I would too, Allie. You hate those big screens. Not to mention, I have to now look to touch the higher fan speed because he can't just feel a button or a knob. Right. It's so silly. They're like, you can't be on your cell phone in the car, so let's just put in a giant touch screen that you actually have to look at. Because also, I don't like feeling programmed to just talk to things. I don't talk to text on my phone. I don't like that. Let's see. Allie says, you're surprised I haven't used an exact. Oh! I have one of those too. Do I have a little one? I think I've just got my straight razor blade. But you know what I do have? I don't. Oh, it's in my. Sorry, folks, my scalpel's in the other room. Oh, Kilray. You generally think there should be fewer laws, not more laws. Agreed, but a law requiring that automotive controls be physical buttons or knobs would be something I'd support. Yeah. Or just that they would have the option. Can I get the same car with the more analog style features? Because additionally, are do they still make cars with a standard transmission, or is everything automatic because of all of the computerization? I've also heard that having a manual transmission is pretty good anti-theft deterrent because folks don't know how to drive a manual. And I, unfortunately, am in that group. Now I want to, my scalpels. I'm just going to have to flub around. When we do the finer stuff, I'll go grab my scalpel. Oh, they have successfully made a Soviet Lada cars look like an attractive alternative. I've been joking for 2 years now that I want a Lada. That adorable boxy shape. I think they're cute. And yep. I kind of want one really bad. Oh, and somebody said, where was I? That somebody was saying that they're actually making that there's new Ladas. I don't even have to wait. You don't even have to try to hunt down old ones. They're making new ones. And I could. Yeah. Yep. Why won't you catch? Okay. I wasn't getting enough stitches so that the thread wasn't catching. What? Oh, right. I got that one. Yeah. Oh! Allie, we're not sniffing pencils today. We're sniffing lilacs. Oh, so good. Oh, and those two little kids with the rosiest cheeks. They're flowers for me. Adorable. Let's see here, Kilroy. Yeah, they never quit. Oh, okay, right. So they never quit making them. There are so many of them on the road when the USSR collapsed that if you quit making them, you would lose a lot of the market. Yeah. And they seem to be as reliable and persistent as cockroaches. I'm like, I like that. They seem so simple and straightforward. Like, even me who knows nothing, I'm like, I don't know. Plus, it just seemed in Phoenix, I know nothing, but it seems like it would be fun to just open the hood and figure it out. Good. Oh, right, Allie, they smell so good. You have 2 months. Oh, right. I'll huff them for you. Well, so you can. Those 2 months will fly by quickly. I know, Kilray. Those lottos will run forever because they don't have a computer telling them they can't. Yup. Because I didn't. I knew for some reason my brain didn't realize that the new cars really did have kill switches. So like folks who are behind on their payments or their cars getting repoed, that they just like flip the electronic switch and your car doesn't start. It's like, oh, no, thank you. I'm going to continue to be on this quest for my perfect Lada. That's what I want. Just hand over the keys to the Lada. Or are the keys to the Lada actually the screwdriver that you use to pop open the thing so you can hotwire the car? Oh, Allie, you've seen a brand new Lada die after 4 clicks on it. Oh no! That's terrible. That poor Lada. Was that the lemon Lada, maybe? I've never seen one in person. In my heart, I just want one. Did I stay in my pathway? I'm gonna do one of those like 8-star patterns, but this. I think I flubbed up already. Let's see. Oh, Allie, you've seen a Lada that was running on 2 cylinders, no oil at the bottom of the engine or aside to one part of the engine, still able to drive down the road. Oh no. Yep, some are super tough and some are not. And you've seen a Lada where the black rusted to the paint. The black rusted to the paint. It gave out, and the frame and the body were 100%. That's so impressive. The paint is gone, but the car still it maintains structural stability. Yeah, I don't want one of those newfangled plastic Ladas. Give me one of those 100% steel Ladas, please. Okay, pulling the through. I'm chatting and reading chat and talking, and sometimes my grid is not the most nicest. Yeah, like buying a Lada is a bit of a gamble. Isn't buying any car a little bit of a gamble though? I'm just not keen on. I don't want to do that right now. No, I just want my car to run forever. And I think if I treat her right, we might have another 20 years in her. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm just gonna do one more. Kind of like this with the Battenberg lace on the outside because it gives it just an extra dimension to the lace. Plus, part of me is like, oh, all these that I don't need to buy the Battenberg rings and lace. I can make whatever colors I want for my lace making. And sometimes it's just fun to do something. Just make a whole pile of little rings. Sometimes Phoenix likes the monotonous, repetitive tasks. Alright, let's see how this petal looks. Snippity-doo-dah. Okay, so between my index fingers where that new one is. Little petals. Oh, let me just... I did not do a good job trimming the schmutz from the back here. But, yeah, I was super excited when I saw the picture of like, oh, Battenberg rings. I know what those look like. Good times, good times. Do I want to stitch? Oh, thank you, Allie. Just like Mr. Singer wanted us to do. Yup, we got 2 out of 4 petals done. We want to stitch the flower for our yoke. Let's chunk away at that because it is not going to sew itself. I kind of sketched. Show up. I showed him right, finally. There's something I was like, I am not the shittiest sewist on this. I think I'm just going to outline the petals with the thread that we've already got in here. And then I'll find all the threads that I dropped on the floor. Okay. Alright, you be right back. I'll be right here. I'll outline it in gray, then we'll do one of these berry colors. Oh, the stabilizer is kind of nice to stitch on. Oops. Didn't want to cut it too close to the edge there. Let's see here, Kilroy. Who cares what Mr. Singer thinks? This is Murica. We are not in a rotatorship with Mr. Singer at the top. That is exactly true. This is not a rotatorship. We are here subversively with our subversive stitches. Because we are. Yeah, we put up new, or actually I didn't. Dove put new lights up for me. Got rid of the multicolored lights around the room and I got a string of all white ones. And I'm quite pleased. don't love. I guess I didn't really need one that had multi settings because some of them just are so much they feel like they would cause even me to have a seizure. Oh, that's gonna be one fun flower. I'll probably do the matte color first, and then we'll do the sparkly one. The metallic, that's the word that Phoenix can't spit out. No, I keep wanting that, oh, I want something new, and that's like brain is reminded, you can make something new. You can rework something you already have, but don't need shopping to fill that itch. Am I out of bobbin thread? Yep. Oops. I keep wanting to stab myself. That's kind of uncomfortable. I'm just really poorly outlining our little flower with the gray thread. Probably could have used a slightly bigger hoop so I wasn't fighting so much getting to the corners. But it's not what I started with. What's over here? Let's see if this one will fit. I don't need a super huge hoop, but I kind of want... Ooh, that. Ooh, that's better. Phoenix, you don't need to use your smallest hoop. Okay, there, I've got a little bit more room to work around the corners. Because oops, don't pull it too tough though, because this paper rips. Okay, bobbin holder, fresh boobin, check. Oh, so good, so good. All right. Oh, this person. Oh, it's so funny seeing a collection of old Mercedes just in an engine block, just sitting on a truck bed. Oh, you know what? We should be good. Let me just dust inside the bobbin race real quick. There we go. I know the other day, last week, 2 weeks ago, and I did my hand. Somebody was like, "Are you going to a wedding?" I'm like, "Nope. I just like to do my hands. I like to doodle." I remember doodling on myself with like Bic pens in school. And I keep thinking about new permanent artwork, but it's nothing where I'm like fully committed to it. And I don't feel like spending the money on it right now, so I just temporarily adorn myself. Alright, almost back to the last petal. Alright, we'll just play thread chicken. We're going to trim it there, and I'm sure it will have enough to finish this initial round of outlining. Oops. Huh. Maybe this isn't. What is this mess? Well, let's. Can I keep ripping and punching holes through this? Maybe this isn't going to be the best for the medallion, but we won't know unless we try. So let me rethread some berry. I'm not going to use the metallic berry yet, just in case the paper shreds and this medallion goes into the trash. I'm so glad Loki came out for snacks and that I found him. Oops. Don't. I'm getting all wound around myself. I should go back from our super older videos to see if I can see how much of a difference, because we've been using this gray cone for more than a year now. When it's gone, I think I'm gonna be sad, but also then I'm like, you've got other ones you can finish working on too. It's just, I think I was watching a video from some woman who had sewn costumes for theater, and she was like, we always use gray because it blends in with the white and the black. Welcome back, Allie. Just in time. I outlined our flower, punctured a hole through the paper, so I'm going to start with the red and see how well it works, or if I destroy the paper, in which case we'll just start over again. I have other stabilizers cut and ready. Yeah, so tomorrow maybe we can get the sleeves for that shirtwaist knocked out. I'm going to do a mock-up for those sleeves though, at least for the pattern pieces, because I think I actually need pattern pieces for those sleeves. Let's start at the center and work outwards. Alright, Satin Stitch, don't let me down. Alright, let me add a little bit more tension to this thread. For some reason, it's just too loose. So I mean, I don't mind having... Where are we touching? Oh. You're touching me where I don't want you to be touching me. Okay, try again. Are we still threaded? Why are we not stitching now? It's even worse than before. How much weight do I need to add onto this spool? And this stabilizer is kind of falling apart. my thread didn't break. What? Wow. We are in the Phoenix is full of misadventures, and Mr. Singer is hanging his head in shame. This stuff I don't like. I'm glad I decided I was gonna just make a selection. This is awful to sew on. Maybe I'm trying to use the wrong stabilizer for the wrong application. It's like that paper stuff. This would be better if I was gonna do beadwork and then tear it away. Yeah, it does not sound like stable stabilizer. It is not. This is paper. That. Yeah, it's all full of torn and holes and not nice. This was not very stable. I'm quite displeased. I will try to unhook it from my spool. Man. Gibbs. Alright. Yeah, it's literally like paper. Maybe for something different, maybe if I was on a fabric and I wanted to tear this away. But this is what I think about this one. To the trash. Alright, next stabilizer choice. Is this the water soluble one? Or rippable? Yeah, let's try this one. And we will hoop it, sketch our flower. Go back to the gray. Oh, did I cut it? No, it's alright. Well, just rethread an outline with this berry colored. I was also thinking that you have that cording foot. I know we don't need the foot to make that happen. It just probably helps a lot. Okay. Pay attention. There we go. I know my brain. I keep going through the projects I already have in the started list, and then all the things that I want to get started. That like you can't cut new things yet. I'm just gonna use this spool. Just gonna trace it for my center of the flower. Hey, Goolingstons. Why don't you come on over here? Come on. Do you want... Oh. No. You called trouble. You called trouble. Alright, time for a cat break. Oh, Freya Froopers, he's laying down on the machine. He's not even looking at you. Oh, move your face so they can see you. No, okay. 2 days ago, I started teaching Little Man how to do figure eights, so hopefully by the end of next week, we will have 2 cats who can do that trick. Gets it. He just gets angry. He's like, "What do you mean you're making me do some more stuff before I can have my meals?" And I tell him, "It's 'cause you're smart and handsome, and Brayfurf's only job is to show up and look cute. You boys need to work for your..." Hey, leave her alone! Come here. I will wag my pencil at you. Come to me. He's not listening to me. Okay. Again, I'm just freehanding some simple petal shapes. Oh, let's make this one a double road. Oh, Phoenix, make sure that you double check the monitor so that you're... Oh, don't, but this is why I keep this cutting mat here so that I don't accidentally cut and or draw on my sewing machine table wood. Don't mind the chair behind the camera. You found the match to the pencil. And hey! Okay, this I can't have though. Alright, he stopped. He keeps trying to chew the lights. Let's see here, Allie. All I can say is I'm glad you didn't bring tigers to this 3-ring circus. Right, tigers. Yeah, no tigers at this 3-ring circus. But we do have a new flower sketched. Oh my god, I need to get him maybe some of those like kitty chewy toothbrush things. He's going after the lights, after my metal ruler, my handles to my tin snips. Yeah, no tigers. I've got enough. These big cats are troublesome as it is. And this dude has a thing. I stopped counting after 3 the number of pens he just chewed through the plastic and utterly destroyed. Okay. Oh, and then maybe we'll have enough room to get... Should we... I'm just going to mark these ones a little bit differently. So we've got our petals. Might as well put a leaf around this. What are you doing, Pooper Duper? He's had the worst zoomies all week, too. I think he must have... Him and Loki got into it, because Loki was, like, hiding in his safety room all week and hissing. He screamed. I cried yesterday like I'd never heard a cat yell in my house. Ah, yes, Allie Kitty is trying to get my attention away from us to the kitties, right? They are aliens. 100%. Alright, now we've got a leaf and some flowers. I mean, a few leaves to go with the petal motifs of our flower. With amazement like this, I am so surprised that we only have had like 45 watch hours on the tubes, but we had almost 100 in this same 28-day time period. Like, okay. Alright. I'm just gonna stitch my outline like I did the last time, but with this berry color. Oh, this is nicer to stitch on. And if I'd kept all the wrappers, I would have been able to tell you all which each of these different stabilizer types are. And maybe in my collections I have photos, but right now, I don't know. I got these so long ago, I don't even know if they even still make them. All right, Killer A, you go on your. We'll be here for longers. Wednesday's disaster. I'm like, all right, Phoenix, you really should try to do a good 3 hours today. So far so good. We're on target. Just keep trying to add a little bit more weight to that upper thread because it's just a little loose still. Alright, I guess if something's gonna look yucky, it might as well be the outline layer because it's all gonna get covered. Right. Okay. Alright. I know, I'm so excited to have such a good stitching time that I'm also trying to rush with my feet and Phoenix has to remember that this is fast hands, slow feet. This feels nicer to stitch, and we haven't created any errant holes yet. There's still time. Okay, I think instead of outlining all of the petals all at once, I'm just going to start with this one row. This thread so it doesn't catch us up later. There we go. All right, let's fill in this little flower here. Oh, there. Ouch. No, stop stressing about it. Yes, the tension's off. Does it look fine because it's a flower, so it's got some white and the red, and it's just going to continue to look prettier? It's fine, Phoenix. We'll figure it out. Ooh! You stepped away to tidy up. Oh, no worries. I know you've got to make sure you're all collected before your show starts. There's no worries. We're just here yammering and being ridiculous. Oh, Allie, you're glad Mr. Singer didn't see this switch. I don't think he would have liked it. I don't think so either. Ouch. What? Oh, I keep trying to. No game show tonight. Oh, you're not streaming for a while. Okay. Well, I hope things are good. That everything's okay. All right. Well, then thanks for letting me know because I was like, oh, I gotta make sure I. All right. Well, darn it all. I'm a little sad, but I just. It's okay. Oh. Oh, things are fine, but your internet is too flaky. Yeah, I did not like it when I had that like 3 week, almost a month period where I realized I was trying to stream from like an internet no zone, and it's like you can't be good at streaming if your internet shits the bed and you can't stream. Yeah, those things that are hard to impossible to work around successfully. Oh, and this I must be pulling too hard. Something is too I'm too stiff and tight somewhere. Oh, right, your internet has been amber turding the bed for a while now. Oh man. Speaking of that, human, I thought there was rumors going around that she like last year this time that she was pregnant again. Did she have another baby? She's been so quiet about it. It's like she keeps trying to like pay somebody to get her back into the headlines, but yeah, I don't know. She's not a human who I think I would want to have to talk to. I think that's as polite as I can make it. Yeah, yep, her shitting the bed was unavoidable info. Yeah, you don't track that kind of stuff. I generally don't. The only I'm just curious. She fascinates me the same way that you can't turn your eyes away from an accident that you see coming. Kinda why every once in a while I will surprised, not surprised by what Britney Spears is up to. And hearing from sides that she was like, oh, she probably should have been under a conservatorship. And maybe that's true. I am going to go out on a limb and say I don't think her father and Lou Taylor were the best choices for her. Because they seem to also be batshit bonkers. Okay. Oh. But actually, that's kind of a. Oh, we'll save that one for tomorrow. I can't do all my bitching today. This is the. That's the tomorrow show. good that flower petals are not all supposed to be one color uniformly, because this, like white with a hint of pinkish to it in places. Oh, I don't know if. Okay, I gotta stand up for a second. I'm I'm numb in places where I don't like it. Okay, where are we? Oh, now I definitely have no face and all other stuff. So let's see where we're. Oh, here's our petal. Yeah. I've been having some. My body's been letting me know. Let me. Okay, that is slightly better. Yeah, my body's been letting me know when I've been sitting too much, and it has been very loud about letting me know. Yeah, pudendal neuralgia, no fun. So what do I need to look for later? I need to grab my scalpel for cutting out the motifs. I've got a spare one with a cover, which would be no, not funny. We don't keep our tools with our bits and bobs. So we've got our biohazard bag of crochet motifs. We probably don't need to keep a scalpel in there too. But we could. Okay, I'll just get threaded up for later. I stopped being very eloquent. Does that mean it might be time? I think so. All right, everybody. I think on that note, since I am getting distracted, can't really sit to sew, and don't have enough stuff prepped to stand up to work on, I think I'm going to call it a show at the shop today. But I will be back tomorrow, noon p.m. again, because we've got more stuff to work on. Stay awesome. Stop to smell the flowers. Don't wait till tomorrow to be fabulous today, and don't laugh at others unless we've laughed at ourselves. All right, be awesome. Do something fun. Get some fresh air. I'm hitting the end stream button, so everybody, you be awesome, and I'll see you tomorrow.